Hi, Rose with Redeemed Roadrunners here. All this time travel is making me a little tired. This time we've jumped all the way from 2017 up to 2025. We're getting there. About midsummer last year, my husband started saying that he wanted to upgrade the RV. Not that our Holiday Rambler had failed us in any way. On the contrary, we had put 100,000 miles on it in the last 9 years and had absolutely no major problems. But he just thinks it's time that we get a newer model because we've got at least 10 years more ahead of us. Steve wanted a shorter Class A. Now, keep in mind, the one we have is only 32 feet. It's not a long, one of those big long ones, but he wanted one even shorter. And so he started looking, and he looked and he looked and he looked, and he didn't like the layout of the interiors of ones that were any shorter. So I started looking a little bit, and then one day I found one. Steve wasn't on board with me because it was not a Class A, it was a fifth wheel, but it was shorter than 32 feet. So while he's still looking at short A's, I start trying to find the camper that I had fallen in love with. And here's where I started feeling a little bit of deja vu. There weren't many out there, and the ones that were a long way from us. Just like the Phoenix was when we bought it in 2014. So we're in the discussion stage again, including that if we went with the fifth wheel, we'd have to buy a newer truck. We have an old F-150, and that just wasn't going to fit the bill. I found a few of the fifth wheel that I was looking for from about mid-country west, and I had spent quite a bit of time going back and forth with the sellers on each one of those. And in the end, none of them, once I pressed on for more detailed information and more specific information and more pictures of the roof and the underbelly, none of them passed my inspection. Either the underbelly was rusted to the hilt, or the roof was not in very good condition. And yes, I know I said in the beginning that we didn't like rubber roofs and fiberglass sides, and here we are looking to buy one. But that's just how much I love this camper. And I keep looking and looking and looking. And then I found one. Guess where it was? Our Phoenix was in Phoenix. This one was in Oregon, 2,900 miles from us. Further than the 2,300 we went to get the Phoenix. Steve was still not on board with the fifth wheel because he is stuck on the Class A's. But because he loves me so much, he eventually conceded after he saw just how much I love this thing. The crazies are kicking in again. 2,900 miles from home. If you followed us and saw our journey with getting the Phoenix in 2014, we were bidding for it on eBay, sight unseen, and we won it. And then we flew out there and had to test drive it 2,300 miles home. Here we are in crazy number 2. We put a deposit on this camper in Oregon. We wouldn't be able to fly out there like we did with the Phoenix, and because we had to drive the truck this time because it is a fifth wheel. It's a little different situation, but still crazy number 2. We do it, boy. When we do it big. Stay tuned. Now we need a truck. Hit that subscribe button and keep on keeping up with us.